Mr. Ando, this must be a joke.
You! It's your fault. I can't do this anymore with you. You don't even have money.
It must be tough to be stupid, isn't it? What did I even do? Yes, it's finally done now. Phew. I'm Kenta Kawano, 29, engineer and a hobby gamer. You could find someone like me anywhere. I work with my clients to build a system. I'd been working for a Scato company until today. The project was only for 10 months, and because we finished successfully, I'm going back to Tokyo tonight.
Sorry, I'm getting on.
Oh, Miss Seki, how are you?
Mr. Kawano!
This woman is Seki Kairi. She had been the director for our project.
We made it to the last day.
We did. Thank you for everything.
I'm sad.
What?
Oh, I didn't mean... It was a short time, but I'm thankful for you. You're very efficient in your work and so polite. It would be nice to work with you again.
Yes, it was good to work with you too. Hey, are you alright? Huh? I didn't know because of the bangs, but she's actually really cute.
Sorry.
Don't worry. Are you okay?
Please excuse me.
Hey, your bangs?
What?
If you cut them, I think you'd be even prettier. Oh, I'm sorry. It's so rude to say this to a woman, isn't it?
No, that's not... Thank you. Well then, goodbye.
She disappeared like a storm. In this project, I did fairly well in my relationships. The reason I started doing well with others in my projects had been Mr. Ando. While being the top manager in sales, he would have casual conversations with people like me. I was never good at communication, and it was good to learn a thing or two from him. If I see him again, I should thank him. Anyway, I'm finally done with my single apartment life. I can finally see Misa. I met Misa 2 years ago on a dating app, and now we're married. We live together in a room in Tokyo. This past project has been a rare one, outside of the city, so I had been living on my own. She'll be so surprised to see me all of a sudden. I wanted to surprise her, so I hadn't told her I'd be going home. I got her lots of souvenirs. What? Men's shoes? No.
Kyohei-san.
You're so cute, Misa. Should I bite you again?
No, you're scary.
Rawr. I came home and was met with an unbelievable sight. My wife was fooling around with another man in our living room. Misa?
Kenta? Why?
Well, the job ended early and I thought I'd surprise you. The worst thing about it was that her partner was Mr. Ando. Mr. Ando, this must be a joke.
You! It's your fault. I can't do this anymore with you. You don't even have money.
Well, have I been making you suffer? Is this some kind of prank? And you, Mr. Ando, you have a wife. You also have a child. Look, Misa, you can end this prank now.
No!
Kenta, this is... well... Have you really been cheating on me?
That's right.
Kenta, this isn't Misa's fault. You can blame me at the court.
No. You can't, Kyohei-san.
What are you guys getting excited about? Wow. You're already thinking of divorce, aren't you?
Well, we're going to get married.
Huh? To tell you the truth, Misa had been discussing you with me. She's been saying that she wasn't happy in her marriage. And because I knew you well, I thought I might be able to help her out. And you'd gotten yourself involved with her all of a sudden?
This is not Kyohei-san's fault. Kyohei-san treats me better than you do. He doesn't make me sad. And He is well off. See? It's all you. I would almost make you pay compensation.
Kenta, I didn't mean to hurt you at all. I truly think I'm in the wrong, but I just couldn't let Misa be. Just shut up. Both of you. I despise you both. Truly. Not a single excuse that makes sense. It's truly surprising, after how much you've hurt somebody. You two have the same level of common sense. You're great for each other, aren't you? And I don't need this anymore, so I'll give it to you, alright? I couldn't bear seeing them any longer, so I took my bags and left. The day after that nightmare, I had taken the morning off and went to work in the afternoon. I thought about taking the entire day off, but I would go mad if I was alone for so long. I had arranged to have my things in my old apartment sent to the house for this morning, which was a small blessing. Last night, I found myself an apartment I could move into right away, and managed to change my address for my bags to arrive. Approaching Misa and Mr. Ando was the last thing I wanted to do. I couldn't even bear to see their faces. I hadn't felt so much shame in my life, and I couldn't stand to think about it. I couldn't imagine Mr. Ando bringing up his cheating into the office. So there wouldn't be a single soul that knew about this in the company. I'll just spend the day quietly. That's what I'd been thinking. I feel someone is watching me.
Apparently, Kawano-kun got cheated on by his wife.
And the partner's one of our colleagues.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I have to know who he is.
Wait, stop. He's here.
Hey, Kawano, is it true someone took your wife? Where did you even find that out? Where else if not from Misa herself? This is Tatsuya Yamada, who is my age. He is in charge of assigning me to a client. He and Misa are friends from university and are close even now. Did you just abandon Misa? What? I'm the one that got abandoned. So what, it's her fault? It was probably your incompetence that made her run off with someone else, wasn't it? What do you know? I've known Misa since university. I'm not fond of Yamada. He always finds a way to look down on me. He finds it funny that I got cheated on, and probably told everybody right away. If you have nothing to talk to me about, can I leave? Wait, I do have something to talk about. You're going to Scato Company again, starting next week. Again? I just came back yesterday. I really can't put you anywhere else, given your abilities. It must be tough to be stupid, isn't it? Your wife runs away, and you can only take on mediocre roles at work. But it does seem quite an easy job to me. Good luck, alright? What did I even do?
Hey, what's wrong?
What?
I've been cheated on too before. I know it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
I heard that your wife's partner was somebody in this company. Tell me who it was.
He's just finding it funny too. Sorry, please just leave me alone. Everybody thinks it's just something to laugh about. I didn't know I was surrounded by such horrible people. That night, I started an online game and immersed myself in it. My fellow players were who could really console me at this moment. Yeah, and then my colleagues would stare at me.
What? That's annoying.
Umi-san was a particularly good listener to me. After we played until early morning, she let me confide everything in her.
None of this is your fault. And anyway, you're surrounded by crazy people. Let alone your wife and her partner. I can't believe people that would just sit back and laugh at a colleague who's having a hard time. I'm going to find them all and yell at them.
Thank you, Umi-san. I'm just happy that you feel that way. I hadn't known that it was so hard to be stared at by so many nosy people.
It makes you distrust people, doesn't it?
Yes, really. I found out from this that I have nobody to rely on in my real life. That's what I've been thinking. When I thought I wanted to rely on someone, I thought only of you guys. I don't know any of your faces, and I've never met you, but you're the only thing I have. So thank you.
Kenta-san, I'm impressed that you could get married.
I was just saying good things about you.
Why can you get married? But I can't even get to that point.
Well, it did end up in failure for me.
Just stop. If you feel sorry for yourself, it makes it harder for me. But anyway, I'll listen to you anytime, and I'll also play with you.
Yeah, gaming makes me forget about things, so do you mind playing with me for some time?
Of course. Let's play until morning.
The anger still hasn't left me, but I do feel that the depressed feeling has blown away. And so I went back to Scato Company the next week. What? Miss Seki, your bangs.
Well, I did get it changed. I thought I wouldn't see you again, so... Oh, this is embarrassing.
No, it looks really good on you.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, I'll brief you on our next project, alright? We're going to need to boot the system that we worked on last time.
Miss Seki had suddenly fallen quiet. What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. Sorry.
She says it's nothing, but I see her gaze on my ring finger. Oh, is it my ring? I didn't know it was something people would notice so fast.
I'm sorry. I just noticed it.
No, it's alright. I mean, I'm just surprised that you'd notice I used to have a ring on before.
Well, it's funny that you would think that.
I'm sorry. I thought of how I could tell Miss Seki about it. I couldn't bear the thought that another rumor would start up here, and I'll be seen again as the man that let someone else take his wife. Well, I suppose I should just say I got divorced because we didn't fit together. I was just gathering my thoughts and waiting for Miss Seki to ask about it.
Well, I'll continue where I left off.
What?
What?
Well, are you not curious? About my ring?
What? Do you mean you want me to ask?
No, I mean, it's the very opposite. I don't want anybody to ask. But there's only been curious people so far who like to make fun of my situation.
Well, I am curious. Of course, I am, but the other day, an important friend of mine got cheated on by his wife. Well, I suppose I shouldn't say he was a friend, as I'd only met him in a game.
What?
He was talking about it. He didn't know it was so hard to be the object of so much curious attention. So I'm not going to ask.
It can't be. Umi-san?
What?
After work that night, we went out for a drink together.
I would never have thought that Kenta-san in the game was this Kenta-san. The relationships in my private life and work life don't coexist in my mind. And I talked to you in polite speech at work.
I mean, you should at least realize it from my voice and my name.
My name is Kairi, though. You could also realize that it was Umi in the game.
That's a bit harsh. I hadn't known what she looked like in real life, but she was an important playmate of mine. Even face-to-face like this, we got on well by talking about games. Wow, you're really Umi-san, aren't you?
That's right. You're also really Kenta-san. Really, it's like fate.
What?
I'm actually really happy that you came over to our company again.
You really know how to be kind, don't you?
I'm not being kind. I might not even say this, but management likes to be mean to me, and others would just look on. But you have always been so nice to me. I always thought you were a great person. Then you came back, and you're not wearing your ring. And I found out you're also my friend from our games. And don't you think I would start hoping for things?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Of course you'd be confused when someone like me starts talking like this.
Well, I was married until just yesterday, and everything has been so sudden. I never thought you'd say such kind things to me. Of course, I'm happy, but...
Well, I know you're a little confused right now, but I do think there's a chance with you. Could I at least try to get you to look at me?
What? Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you around then?
Yes, you too. Just let me know if you don't like it, alright?
It's not like I won't like it. And I'm very thankful that you were kind about how I got cheated on.
Oh yeah, you said that your wife's partner was a senior at your company. Have I met this person?
I don't think so. See, this person... I told you this before, but I respected him a lot.
This person comes by our company a lot.
What? Why?
I don't really know, but I went to see the director along with Mr. Yamada. Before, when I went to bring tea to the conference room, and I saw them, they were panicking about something. And for some reason, I got scolded so hard by the director.
That's kind of suspicious.
It really is.
Your wife runs away, and you can only take on mediocre roles at work. But it does seem quite an easy job to me. Good luck, alright? I thought that I was just being sent away to an insignificant project. There's no way that Mr. Yamada would send me to a company that Mr. Ando had to visit all the way to keep their relationship, instead of a more experienced engineer. Miss Seki, do you know how much you're paying for this project to my company?
Well, I think it's about this much.
What? This much?
Yes, I'm also part of the management. So they were telling me to go over the sum with the director. I did think it was quite a large sum. But I'm glad that we could receive someone as talented as you.
Wow, thank you. I mean, this is weird. Even I know how much it would cost for a project. Although I am going outside of the city for this one, it seems to be a much larger sum than what it would normally cost. Do you think you can gather documents about this without being noticed by the director?
Probably. But what are you going to use it for?
I might be able to get back at Mr. Yamada and Mr. Ando. A few days later... Huh? What are you doing here? Well, I had something to talk about. With me? Yeah, just come over, will ya? Oh, Mr. Ando? Can't you already figure out by who's here? Not really. I looked into it a little. But there's something unclear in the payment by Scato Company to us. The 200,000 yen every month that says additional fees. Wait, what's this about? Don't make me say it. Scato is paying us an additional 200,000 yen every month that should not be there normally. And of that 200,000 yen, you've been taking half of it from Mr. Ando, haven't you? I don't know what you're talking about. Really? Then, what about this? I don't know anything. I'm busy, unlike you. It's not my problem. Just drop it. Yamada, I'm sorry, but I want to put an end to this. What? Wait, Mr. Ando.
Kenta is right. Every month I'd been giving half the additional fee to Yamada.
So that 200,000 yen from the company's funds?
No, from my pocket.
Why would you do something like that? You had nothing to gain from that.
Yamada caught me and Misa coming out from a hotel on camera. And then he threatened to tell the company and my family. He didn't only demand money, he also wanted his performance rating to go higher. And then he introduced me to Scato Company's director. He also promised to pay the director extra money out of the additional fee.
And I would be sent away from the city, so you'd have an easier time with Misa. Well, I didn't know this has been going on for so long.
When you caught me and Misa that night, I decided I had to put an end to it. I knew you weren't the type of person to go around and tell people, and I wanted to stop before my family would find out. But when Yamato went around and started a rumor in the company, I got scared. I've been losing a lot of money, and when I thought that I would also lose my family, so I sent you away to Scato Company again.
Really, what are you doing, Mr. Ando?
I know. I'm really just because you found out about it. I don't have to keep doing this anymore. Kenta, I've done something horrible to you.
I'm not admitting to anything, and I wasn't threatening anyone. You don't even have proof that I was receiving money. Mr. Ando's the only one into trouble here. We can find out everything just from the text between you and Mr. Ando. You'll cooperate, won't you, Mr. Ando?
Yeah.
You didn't mind using any means to prove to everyone that you were better than me, did you? What a sorry guy. After that, I submitted different types of evidence to the company. The three are now held up in their homes and under investigation. The company plans to accuse the three at court. Regardless of what the outcome may be, they will suffer under many eyes and will probably leave on their own accord. Misa was accused of adultery by Mr. Ando's family and is expected to pay a huge sum as consolation. One night,
Kenta? I want to try again with you.
she had called me, but I was in the middle of a game with Miss Seki, so I hung up without saying anything.
Wow, I did a game event for the first time, but that was so much fun.
I was also not coming recently and remembered how fun it was. A few weeks since the incident, the project with Scato Company was put to a halt, and I could not see Miss Seki at work anymore. However, since I found out that the Umi-san in the games was Miss Seki, we'd been playing together every night. Today, there was a gaming event in the city, so she had come all the way to Tokyo. In truth, ever since she said she'd try to get me to look at her, I'd been curious about her. She's looking cute today. What are your plans after this? We could grab dinner.
Actually, I hadn't booked a hotel for tonight.
Oh, okay. So you're going home by bullet train?
I hadn't booked a hotel, but I did come prepared to the sleepover.
What? What?
Can I sleep at your place, please?
Yes, you can. It would be a different story. That after that, Miss Seki would take on a new job in Tokyo and come to live at my place.
There might be a time where you think the world is ending, but there is always somebody who will be at your side. And there will always come a time when you are glad to be alive. If you found this story entertaining, please press the like button and subscribe.